There is this new report, and I actually made an AI video on my other channel titled Meghan Markle right now is shaking. This video is claiming that she is shaking. Why? Because the surrogate exposed Duchess, banned her, means she banned the surrogate to see Archie, not paying $190,000 following their deal. We'll talk about this in this video. But before we do that, I want to talk to you guys about something else, and then we'll come back to this report. Most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider to subscribe, or I'm not gonna invite you to my next birthday at all. No, that's not happening. Let's talk about this report first. Meghan and Harry get quote taste of their own medicine, karma, right? As a lot of you have pointed out, as they try to rebuild damaged reputation. What this report is saying, let's take a look. Harry and Meghan are being given a taste of their own medicine as they desperately attempt to build their reputation, according to a royal commentator. Of course, this was going to happen today or tomorrow, and it happened. The Duke and Duchess of Sausages have suffered several huge blows in recent months after their contract with Spotify was cancelled. Speculations is now spreading that the pair are being rejected by Hollywood's elite, while Meghan is reportedly trying to distance herself from brand Sussex. She doesn't really have any brand other than brand Sussex. I mean, this is the only reason why people talk about her. Royal biographer Tom Bower opened that the shocking allegations the Sussexes made in their bombshell Netflix docuseries last night are now backfiring on the pair's reputation. Of course, this is talking about they're giving interview all the time, talking about what they said about the British monarchy, throwing them under the bus all the time. The expert went on to say that he believes that Meghan in particular will be looking to row back on her attacks on the royal family during their infamous tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2021. Speaking to OK, he said they are beginning to taste the medicine that they handed out during the Oprah Winfrey interview. If you talk negatively about other people, then people at one point will find out the real truth about you, and they will talk about those. We all make mistakes, no doubt. We all have something people can talk about in a negative way. There's no problem. We have critics, right? But when you go out and attack other people and lie about them, then what do you expect? People are going to talk good about you? Of course not. And this is what we have found through the surveys that were done by Gov UK, UK Gov website. And that shows that popularity tanked. People are having negative views about Meghan and Harry. And again, thanks to they first lashing out, thanks to them first lying about the whole thing. There is another report that says Meghan Markle set to land a role in an iconic Hollywood movie sequel. I don't think this movie will go ahead because there are some setbacks. People are really not willing to take that chance with her. Meghan has been Markle has been tipped to make a magnificent return to acting as she and Harry desperately try to save their $80 million or pound, I should say, Netflix deal. Reports in Australia even hint that the Duchess of Sausages may land a huge leading role in a sequel to the '92 classic The Bodyguard film. This is absolutely not true because there is a backlash going on, and one person from The Bodyguard, this sequel, is objecting that Meghan should play any role in it. The news is particularly surprising given the fact that Harry's late mother, Diana, was once talked about in connection with the movie. Kevin Costner, who starred alongside Whitney Houston in the iconic original film, is believed to have pitched the deal of a follow-up movie, The Express reports. Again, this role, even if she plays this role, even if this movie goes ahead and they release this movie, I doubt anybody will actually watch it. Why? Because she is a very bad actress. I mean, she is in the Z-lister, right? Who would even go there to watch? Nobody is even watching her interviews. I actually posted a video the other day. A lot of you have said, oh, I'm not going to be watching this. Do you think people will sit down for 1, 2, or 3 hours to watch a movie when they cannot even stand 10 minutes of an interview? This is the report I created. The report is authentic, but the voice was used through AI technology in my other channel. Let's take a listen at this report that I have created myself, and then we'll make some comments.
It was hard to avoid the pregnant Meghan pictures in the media even when you had zero interest in her antics. However, she was always photographed with 2 hands holding a pregnant belly. It was a strange pose to constantly be doing, as I've never seen other pregnant women doing that all the time. Many rumors Meghan was never pregnant as surrounding now, especially when the moon bump fell
down when she was pregnant in a red and purple outfit. A story in Radar reported that Markle told the source that she froze her eggs as insurance over fears she and 34-year-old Harry wouldn't conceive before she hit her 40th birthday. This all said that Meghan Markle was subjected to the same invasive checkups. There was also a lot of secrecy surrounding the birth, and to this day no one knows if it was a home birth or in a hospital. Some speculated the surrogate was overdue and Meghan had to hang around until the birth happened. Recently some rumors surfaced when a
Twitter account claiming to be a surrogate appeared a few days ago. She had a status line full of meaning that she was surrogate for a duchess in the UK. The unnamed surrogate was from the US and was taken to a secret apartment near Frogmore Cottage for easy monitoring. She says that Meghan is a very demanding woman, constantly checking a menu and schedule and making a follow every command. When she had an ache and was taken to the hospital, Meghan was also there quickly and took a child away. Although she's agreed to surrogacy for Meghan, she also wanted to see a baby's face first time when he was born. Surrogate said that following the contract she would receive $190,000 if the baby's born healthy, excluding non-accountable
allowance for maternity clothing, housekeeping, massages and other self-pampering, but in fact Meghan felt paid the full amount on the grounds that she hadn't fulfilled the contract. I initially thought that haters were making up the surrogate story, but then I saw photos of Meghan that people posted on Twitter of 2 different sized bumps on the one day, or a big bump one day then followed the next day by a smaller account. Votive Rose Sutton Reddit that the circumstances of the Sussex children's births are unusually secretive. The fact is that if the children were born through other means, allegedly, then they're not eligible for royal privileges. The reason for this doubt is the secrecy with the birth and the announcement. It's unusual for a senior role to be so secretive about the birth of their children when we consider
the late Elizabeth II, Prince Hassan and late Lady Diana and Lady Catherine. In all of their births the royal household and consequently the British government was very much involved, which dispels most doubts. This isn't the case with Meghan, whose birth was unusually secretive and the information available is either contradictory, either timelines, the nature of epidural births, conflicting statements, etc., or outright ridiculous, i.e. Harry being high on helium during Meghan's labor. As per Spur, there are many inconsistencies. For historical context, royal births were often confirmed and verified by the palace courtiers with witnesses. In the modern context, this simply means involvement with the royal household and communication with the presiding government. The reason for such formalities is because it concerns the line of succession and the dispensation of royal privileges. There is reason to observe the secrecy surrounding the children who are high on the line of succession, 7th and 8th. As usual, these matters are often taken very seriously to quell public speculation.
There are so many inconsistencies with this story where Meghan was giving birth. I mean, I mentioned a few. Now we are finding more and more from this report that I made, again, through using AI. It is now saying that when Lily was born or during the birth of Archie, Harry was high on drug and he did not know what was going on. So you have new reports, new information coming up that are suggesting a lot of inconsistencies. I mean, think about this. When Archie was born, Harry, we did not see him in the hospital, nor they took any picture at the steps of the hospital. Why? There are so many things. And at the same time, they're coming out and saying, oh yeah, everything was fine, I was in the hospital. And Harry himself, he said, yeah, the birth was okay and this and blah blah blah. But at the same time, we are now having these reports that are saying Harry was not even there, he was high, and this happened, that happened. So we need really DNA tests to clarify everything. Now this report suggests that Prince Lily and Archie next reunion with the royal family revealed. Really? I don't think so. Look, let's take a look. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex joined the royals for the Platinum Jubilee in June of 2022. We know that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are bringing up their young children in Montecito, California with a family of 4 enjoying an outing celebrate the 4th of July last week. Prince Archie was born in London May 2019 and lived at Frogmore Cottage in Windsor up until he was 6 months old, before Harry and Meghan relocated to the US after stepping back from the royal duties. The couple only recently vacated their UK abode, and they have not made a handful of return visits since carving out their new life in California. Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sausages, brought Archie 4 and Princess Lily 2 to the UK last June for the late Queen Elizabeth Platinum Jubilee celebrations. So when could we expect to see the youngsters reunite with the royal family again? Well, let's read a little bit more. It's getting interesting, right? The then Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were pictured arriving at the Glitz event. There is every possibility that the King could opt for a similar celebration this year for his next milestone and invite all of his family members. So they are saying, according to this report, that when this will happen, when the King will invite them, when the King will hold a celebration similar to the one we have seen in the past, then we might see Archie Lily going over to UK. Harry witnessed his father King Charles' coronation at Westminster Abbey in May and was seated 3 rows behind his brother William and sister-in-law Kate. See the Duke's arrival in the clip below. Oh, do not want to see that. This makes no sense. It was a brief visit for the Duke, who returned to the US almost immediately after the service to be back in time for his son Archie's 4th birthday. I do not actually buy their story. They're just speculating when Archie and Lily will eventually go to UK and meet their extended family members. I do not speculate. I think it is very, very obvious, because these kids are surrogate. They do not want them to be seen by their family members. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. See you in the next video.